Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ernest Watson. Um, I'm going to give a detailed execution of the reason why I place the Bermuda Triangle Trap, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it yourself. And okay, so we see that the first indication of a reversal is if we take our crosshair tool and we go from this point to this point to the limit of the entire movement from from support to resistance, we'll see that it was approximately 200 candles. Now, I have a certain rule that the market has basically taught me, and it tells me that short attacks are 15 to 25 to 35 candles. Medium attacks are 49, 69, and 89 candles. And long attacks are 100, 150 to 200 candles. Meaning, now, what does that mean? It means that the longer the attack, the higher the degree of exhaustion is to occur by result of that attack, which means that a reversal has a higher degree the stronger the attack. Okay, so let's take a look at this move. As we can see, this move committed itself to approximately 200 candles, correct? So now what we want to do is set a triangle trap, but first it needs to meet certain standards. All right, so this is how we meet the standards. The first thing you do is you place a line at the top of the move to see if it respected resistance there before. So it actually did, as we can see right here, resistance was respected previously, right? So we do the same thing with support, place it at support. And as we can see, support was respected. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Resistance was respected 1, 2, and has a little respect around here too. Right? So 2 times on the top, 4 times on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's confirmation that we're coming back down. Right? So we have 2 confirmations. One is that the market is about to exhaust itself because it committed to the longest attack ever. The second confirmation is that it's respecting, it came to a resistance point, right? Now, some people will take those 2 confirmations and they'll hop into the trade. Me, I need at least 4 or 5 confirmations, all right? So we have 2 so far, right? All right, so now let's see if we can find more reasons. Okay. Now, let's go to insert. Let's place the triangle. This is how you do it. You go to the lowest level of support, right? Because it all counts to me. Then you go to the highest peak of resistance, right? And you place the second point. Then the third point is placed back at support. All right, may not be perfect, but try to get it as perfect as you can. All right, so there we have it. Now, what you see is this is closer to an obtuse triangle, and it tells you that the movement upwards was more slanted from an angle perspective, meaning that if we were to do something like this, right, and we were to take a trend line by angle, we will see the angle is 40 degrees. Now, the higher the angle, let's say if we go to a 90 degrees, the harder the fall is going to be. But to this degree, right, this is a 40-degree angle. All right, so let's take that off. Okay, now what that indicates to me is that we could consolidate a little bit more before we actually drop. If the angle was more straight upwards, then the harder the fall is going to be. That's what that indicates to me. So now that's the third confirmation to me that, okay, we have a slanted angle by 40 degrees. So we could go into a little bit more consolidation before actually going down, because it may create an actual hill instead of creating, you know, a straight downward movement. And as you can see, consolidation is actually occurring. All right, so that's the third confirmation for me to wait and not be so, you know, quick to pull the trigger yet. So now what we're going to do is this. The next thing to do, now the degree of the angle, you don't have to do that. That's not really necessary. That's just something I do to be extra sure. So I'm going to go to the Fibonacci fan, which is the third thing. And I'm going to find the peak of the pyramid first. Find the peak of the pyramid, right? And insert the fan. Here's the peak. So we're going this way, right? And you're gonna bring this first one to wherever it's consolidating at. And that's going to trap in that consolidation period. All right, so now the second fan, you're going to zoom out and you're going to take Fibonacci fan again and place that at the top of the pyramid. And this time, line it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, what you're going to do is this. You're going to drag this down to where you see a second level of support and resistance. And that's going to be right around here, right? Look to your left, right? And you will see that support was respected there and resistance was respected there. All right, so you zoom out and you can see that. Take a line, which is the fifth step, put it at that support and resistance, and it should align up perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times it respected this resistance. Okay, so now that's another confirmation to take a trade going short, right? Now from here, you have 4 confirmations that the movement is going to go short. Now, if you look right here, you can see that if you take your look at the horizontal line, this is where I set my sell stop in, because this is where I'm going to actually go into the trade at. But I see that there's consolidation as expected, because we have a 40-degree angle from the actual first leg of the move, right? So it's not going to be an abrupt drop. So we have a little consolidation occurring here. Now, I place my sell stop to enter me into the trade as early as is possible. It's very aggressive. I mean, I place my sell stop to enter me into the trade as early as is possible. And I don't have a stop loss, because in a situation like this, you don't want your stop loss to be triggered as it's falling down. Now your target is going to be somewhere around, you don't want to be greedy. So it's going to either be 50% or 38.2. That's if you want to take profit. If you don't want to take profit, then you want to drag it down to here somewhere. All right, and stay in the trade for a long time. All right, but I wouldn't recommend that. I don't stay in trades for a long time. Like, I take my profit and I get out. No need to be greedy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and set my target level down. And I'm going to take profit at, let's say, where 61.8 is, or where 50% is, which is 0.5495. All right, so modify, and there we go. And that falls right above 50% of where it respected support at, right here. All right, so let's see how many pips that is. From here to here. All right. Now, this is the second target. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to wait for that thing to actually go down to this area. Now, some people may place a second target and to get back into the trade, to take it upwards, expecting it to go upwards after the trade actually reach their target. Oh, so I can drag this. The profit is $395. You know, my risk up here is extremely minimum. All right, extremely minimum, because the odds of it actually continuing to go up is extremely slim. So I can place a large stop loss space up here and be confident that it's not going to be breached. But I want for this consolidation to actually play out and for it to trigger into the trade before I set the stop loss, because I would know exactly where to place my stop loss at. All right, so that completes the analysis. Some people may place their target a little further down. I say don't be greedy. You know, some people may place their target like right here. All right, and your profit would be $800. You know, you can do that, but hey, you know, that's up to you. If you want to swing it that way, right, you could place another sell stop at a later date and then go for that target. Same exact concept. So meaning like you would do something like this, pendant order. All right, since you're going in later, you don't want to risk as much. So place a sell stop. Well, matter of fact, no, let's go for the dollar. All right, and you're gonna place this sell stop, let's say at the 5765 zone. So, all right, 5765. All right, bam. Okay. All right. Modify this, and let's place the take profit at the let's say 49. Let's place it over there by the 5090. A little below the 5090 though. All right, somewhere around 4946. Bam. All right. $490.46. So you would drag this take profit up to be moderate, right? And you would get into the second trade later and aim the target at a higher degree. So it's as simple as that. And that will be close to the 50. That would be close to the last place of support and resistance that was respected. So now, if you want to place a stop loss, the stop loss, I would say, should be extremely far, like close to the 6067. So I would place mine right there. Should I place it right there? I can even go. All right, let's go around there. All right, bam. So it's right inside of that channel, right? It's pretty moderate stop loss. So if your trade is taken out, you lose 196. But once this move, once it's done, it enters down here. It could make one more advancement up here. Which is why you want your stop loss to be at least right here at the peak. At the peak of this height. Because you don't want the market to go back up there and take your stop loss out before you even have a chance to profit. About time it breaches and enters into your sell stop order, it's already committed itself to going down. So that's a thorough analysis of the Bermuda Triangle Trap.